The girl stabbed her best friend 80 times, but her friend didn't even blink. The next day, she tried electricity, dragged in a high-voltage shocker, clipped the wires to her hands, and cranked it up to max. The bowl started smoking, but her best friend? Still sitting there, completely unfazed. Nothing worked, so she went for poison, tricked her into swallowing a deadly pill, but the girl just frowned and said it tasted gross. At that point, she lost it, took her straight to a cliff, looked down at the bottomless drop, convinced this time she'd win. She even planned the funeral in advance, lit the paper herself, watching it curl into ash. But before the last flame died out, the girl was already standing behind her. Turns out, she couldn't be killed, because she had lived for 3,000 years. 3,000 years back, a ruthless prime minister kidnapped villagers all to cook up an immortality serum, and when she tried to stop him, they pinned her down and forced the potion into her mouth. Everyone thought she was doomed, but then snow began to fall, the sky turned black, and instead of dying, she rose immortal. She killed the prime minister with her own hands, freed the children, and those kids swore loyalty generation after generation. For 3,000 years, her servants kept that oath, but he was too old to serve her now, so he brought his granddaughter, Luna, and told her to kneel. They were master and servant, but felt more like sisters. Even when Luna secretly used her in an experiment, she didn't get angry, she just let it go. Until one day, things changed. A group kidnapped Luna and used her as bait, demanding the secret to eternal life. Watching her lay down her weapon, ready to be taken, Luna grabbed a knife and slit her own throat. She chose death so she wouldn't be a burden. The woman held her, then used her own blood to mark a red spot behind Luna's ear. She whispered, "I'll find you again, in your next life." 100 years passed. She searched every corner of the world, but Luna never showed up. Then one day, a young monk came to her, said his master had seen a vision Luna would return today, but the master was dying, and she had to rush. She got in her car, sped toward the temple, but on her way to the temple, she hit a delivery girl. The girl wasn't badly hurt. She offered her $500 to settle it, but the girl playing it up, trying to get more. The woman knew it was a scam, but she still tossed her $30,000 and drove off. What she didn't know, the girl wasn't doing it for herself. She needed the money to help a co-worker's sick daughter. Her own injuries? She ignored them. When the woman finally reached the temple, the master was gone. She was just a few minutes too late, and she missed her only chance. From that day on, she hated the girl for it. But fate had already decided, because behind the girl's ear was a red birthmark, the same one she had drawn. Luna was back, but this life was cruel. Abandoned as a baby, and right after turning 18, she was forced to marry an old man for $20,000, not for herself, but to fund her brother's new relationship. Only her adoptive father cared. One day, he handed her an envelope. Inside was $20,000. He told her she didn't have to marry. But she was confused. How did a museum guard earning $2,000 a month get that kind of money? A minute later, museum staff knocked on the door. He had stolen a painting, sold it for the cash, and turned himself in. The girl begged them to let her repay the debt, said she'd work day and night. They took her to the museum.
是你，你是那个冤大。